3 different ways to show a message box with a SOLIDWORKS API. I've got my simple subroutine here. I'm gonna change the type of the SW app to SOLIDWORKS.SLDWorks, and then we can jump onto the first message box. We can actually use the method SendMessageToUser and supply it with a simple message that says this is, or let's do hello world, and this will prompt the user a dialog box with the title SOLIDWORKS and the caption or the text of hello world. Now if I run this, I get a simple hello world message box. The good thing about this method is that it runs within SOLIDWORKS, so you don't have to worry about that dialog appearing behind the application in the background or not. And the other downside to using this method is that if you run SOLIDWORKS with as in batch mode or with the R as a command parameter, so if you launch SLDWorks with the command line parameter of I think /R or /B, so pretty sure it's /R, then this is going to suppress this dialog box, and it will also suppress another API call that we're going to take a look at now. So there's good things and bad things about using the SendToUser API call. Now this is not recommended by SOLIDWORKS. SOLIDWORKS does recommend that you use the second method, which is SendMessageToUser2. And in here we can actually supply the same message, and we can also do an acon. So we'll do swconst swMessageAcon message box, and then we've got access to information, question, stop, and warning. Let's do information. And also we've got access to the buttons that we want to showcase in our dialog box. So that will be swconst swMessageBox buttons, and you can choose a message box that displays okay, and a cancel button, so on and so forth. We're going to use the yes no here. Now notice that I'm closing and I'm using the parentheses with this method because we actually have the ability to set a return, get a return value from this method. So we'll call this div_message_box_return, and that will be as swconst.swMessageBox_result, and then we are going to set that message box result to this. Perfect, and let's just comment out this line. And then if we run this, we get a new message box that actually has an icon for the information and a yes and no button. And then the return value, if I put a breakpoint, the return value of what we've clicked, either closing it, click in no, or click in yes, will be captured within the SW message box _result enum. So I invite you to go over to the API help and take a look at the help page of the SendMessageToUser2, and it will have more information on how to do that. Now it comes with the same precautions as the SendMessageToUser. And now the third approach here to show a message box, we can actually use the built-in VBA message box. So let's do VBA.messageBox, and in here we can say the same thing, hello world. We have the ability to specify VB buttons that we want to use, so I can say okay, cancel, or the style. I think the style can be a combination of the button and also the style of the dialog box. So you can actually do things like VB OK only and then VB critical. So I will do VB OK cancel. And then I'll just give this a title of SOLIDWORKS. Now this method allows us to set the title of the dialog box that the other two methods do not. So I can dim this as red. So I'm gonna create a new variable here called dim red as VB message box result, and I'm gonna set that to be equal to, red will be equal to VBA.messageBox. So if I were to put a breakpoint, or I don't think we need a breakpoint anyway, so I can just press that, run the macro, you can see that we have a message box with an OK and a cancel button, and then a critical icon to show the severe message. Awesome. These were 3 ways on how to use dialog boxes with a SOLIDWORKS API. If you like this video, then make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to share that video. Or if you're watching this on LinkedIn, then make sure to follow us there. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.